What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Thursday, April 21st, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. You know, it's funny, do these every day, and still sometimes I'm like, oh, what's the date? I get lost. I get lost sometimes, I'm not going to lie. Hope everybody's doing well. Why? Come on now. There we go. Hope everybody's doing well. On this Thursday, we're going to have the sun at 1 degree of Taurus. This is an identification day. This is about your heart. This is about what you want. One is you. It's also the sun's degree, and it's in Taurus. So a lot of today's like, hey, get down to the sensual things. Get down to the value of life. Initiate life. I think Mars is also important here in Pisces, where it's not ruling the sun anymore, but it's also at this place where it's kind of like, you have to identify with your intuition. You have to identify with the sensitivity that you're feeling and like go after all this abundant energy, all this wide open space, not get lost. I mean, I feel like we can get lost, but there's also something so magical about identifying with something that you're feeling and then initiating it for value in your life, for something that's going to make your life more rich and more, truffled even, if you will. The moon in Capricorn is asking us to dedicate. It's asking us to get to work, get to business, start things in life, like push ourselves a little bit, grind it out. Mars and the moon will also make their sextiles. So it's like, oh yeah, grind it out for the dreams, grind it out for the identification. There's so many things out there. There's infinite potential and so much possibility. It's insane. It really is. This Pisces, you can't not see it in the astrology. Once in a lifetime time to be alive. The 3 strongest planets in Pisces. Venus is there. Like literally like the sweetness of life and the beauty of life and the alignment and the things that you want are in the infinite potential of the universe right now, but you have to feel that and identify with it and then do what it takes and stay persistent. And today's like, stay persistent. Don't get angry with not seeing signs. Don't get angry with, maybe seeing so many different possibilities in life, but like push yourself to get something. I think the more we push, the better we're going to feel. Although there's a little bit of sensitivity with the moon squaring over to Chiron by the end of the night. It's like we're all feeling a little bit wounded when it comes to identifying right now. We're all feeling a little wounded when it comes to taking action, initiation. And we got to get out of that. That's our gift right now. Chiron in Aries is like, stop thinking you can't and just do it. Aries is simple. Define it, do it. You want it, go get it. You want the dream, you want the vision, you want the infinite potential, do the thing to get it. It's not that hard. And the moon in Capricorn is definitely pushing us along today and really making pretty good aspects. And even in the morning, it's going to start off the day with that trine over to the sun, a trine to Eros, and finish off the day with a trine over to Uranus. So there's a lot of feel-good energy here. I don't think we need to trip. I just think we need to be persistent. It's like, don't give up. Don't get lost. You really just want to pursue something right now. And I think there is like a level of like being responsible. Not just saying, maybe tomorrow. Like, no, now. Again, we are, 8 days now from Pluto retrograde and 9 days away from a solar eclipse. So you really do want to start things. We are finishing up an Aries lunation cycle. Like, we're not done. Like, there's a lot of things to start still. Don't slip. Don't lose it. It can feel like the mountain's steep, of course, but I think we're also at a place where we are starting to see Jupiter, which is now at 26 degrees, and it's starting to sextile over to Pluto. Like, if we want this great gift of abundance in our life and this great gift of like all the potentials in the universe in your specific life, you have to take that step. You have to pursue, you have to dedicate, you have to want it. Capricorn like gets the vision and then it grinds it out. And there's a level of responsibility to it. There's a level of maturity. So I think in a lot of ways we are starting to see where we have evolved so much about what our desires are and how to make to bring more of almost a spiritual passion with Mars in Pisces instead of anxiety, like a passion for disaster or a passion for all this like South Node Scorpio stuff. It's definitely like create right now. Create and identify for the richness of what your life can be. It'll feel good if you do, and there can be a really strong pull to do that on this Thursday, which is a Jupiter day, and gosh, Jupiter's at 26 now. That's also a 20, that makes an 8, 26, 2-6. So to get these gifts, to open this giant universal storybook, it does take dedication, and we're starting to see that build, and that's going to be a nice, week, 2-week transit. So, and Venus is getting closer to Neptune. So there's definitely powerful visions that can come to life, but again, you have to like trust your intuition and do the thing. It's not going to do itself. So we're at a place now of like getting the vision, having the dream, but it's not just going to show up unless you want it. So you do have to kind of pick something here, define, and make the decisions and make the take the necessary steps to make it happen without, suppressing your feelings with a moon in Capricorn, because your feelings right now are actually what you want to be dedicating to and pursuing and going after. So it's really like, this is a good week. We are starting to see the tension build though. Like, you look at this and there's a lot of red building. There's a lot of this, some septiles, biseptiles. There's a lot going on as we finish off this lunation and come into a solar eclipse, but it's definitely trying to push us. And there is the good trine and sextile energy too, which is more in a flow and more easygoing. But again, sometimes the easygoing things don't push us hard enough. And we are getting into a time where the sun's going to start squaring Saturn. It's going to meet with the nodes. We got eclipses. Like, things are about to start pushing us more intensely. It doesn't have to feel like you're just getting pushed off a cliff. I think we're all getting the signs, synchronicities about how we can take some kind of initiative in our life right now. And I think that today's a really good day to identify with those things. And Mercury's getting closer to the North Node. So there is a lot of little epiphany moments about how you can make your life better, how you can have more, how you can have better conversation to get what you want. I think, we're in Taurus season. Taurus rules the throat. So this is definitely throat chakra time. If you want to manifest life, you have to have the conversations. If you want to get to where you're going, you got to speak up. But it's about your self-worth and value that's most important, and being willing to dedicate to what that is, regardless of what everybody else thinks or feels you should do. And even Saturn square these nodes in Aquarius, what society thinks or feels, what the government, no, but just you. It's very much about you, and no one else can do it for you. You have to have these epiphany moments and realize that you can, and be confident in yourself. And today's a good day to find that confidence and to start seeing that there are doors that are getting ready to open, but it does take an identification of those to be able to walk through it. So, hope you all have a great Thursday. And the card for the day is the Seven of Swords in reverse. Don't go hiding your truth. Don't go lying to yourself about where you need to go to have better in your life. Don't put up with other people's BS either if they're trying to keep you away from it. Be leery. If people are trying to push you in a direction that doesn't feel like a hell yes to you, then it's a no. Maybe some lies get exposed. And that's where you have to make responsible decisions about your own life. Maybe they're your own lies, maybe they're lies from other people, but it's not going to be so hidden. Something's going to be brought to the forefront when it comes to some sort of truth that you need to know in life. And Six of Cups in reverse, it's definitely not in the past. I think, we don't want to forget about the past, but remember that there's new memories that can be made, and you got to kind of focus on the here and now and create that serenity and that bliss in your life. And the Princess of Cups, so the Page of Cups. Be curious about your intuition. Be curious about expressing your emotions today and expressing what's going to make you feel the best. And it is that throat chakra that I was channeling, with Taurus, express what you want, identify with what you want, talk about it, go get it. Visions are great, dreams are great, that we can be having a lot of those, but they don't just show up for nothing. Remember that. It's North Node Taurus. There's reality here. Got to go towards reality. So I'm trying to help you guys do that in such a magical time where anything is possible. But Pluto finishing up in Capricorn and Moon in Capricorn ain't nothing for free. You got to do the work to get the reward. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Thursday, and I will see you all mañana. Peace.